What up guys, it's Grant's Comics here, and today we're going to do another top 10 listing. Sorry, my thing is itchy. But today is the top 10 things you should do if you want to sell your collection or just comics in general and stuff like that. I know, like I said before on my last video, that I never made videos in a long time because of this whole pandemic, but I'm going to try and make lists right. I'm going to try and make videos like I always say, I always try to make videos next day and stuff like that. I'll try just to make videos. I'm not gonna guarantee that's gonna be out every time, but if it is, then that's awesome. But this is the top 10 things to start like having a collection and where to find them and saving money, because currently, as this video is up and recording, I don't have a I have a job, but I'm not doing it right now because of this pandemic, so I'm not making any money, and stuff like that. But anyways, here's a top 10. Sorry if you guys can't hear me because of the fan and it's hot where I am. But anyways, here's the top 10 things you should do if you want to sell your collection. Now, like I said, I've never done this in a while, so I don't remember like the details. So I'm just gonna try my best. If you guys on the comment like, oh, you should have done this when you was making a list, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. But anyways, top 12. Sorry, top 12. So number 12 is look on social media. So like if Facebook and stuff, and Instagram, there's people at not only comic book places, but people who want to sell their collection and stuff like that. So you can go on Instagram or go on the Facebook market and stuff like that and post comics, your comic collection on social media and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to do, but I'm gonna admit this, and I know people who are locally watching are gonna say, oh, you don't have Key Comics, but you have comics. Look, I don't have Key Comics to sell. I have Key Comics in my PC, but I don't have in my to sell, so bear with me. Like I said, I'm not currently in a job right now because of this pandemic. I'm not in a job as this video is recording. So yeah. So look on social media, stuff like that, and then if you want to get something or sell stuff, go for the Facebook Marketplace. Consider a job list. Again, look for other jobs and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be in the comic world, obviously, because if you want to buy or sell, then you're gonna have other jobs other than selling your comics. So there's that. Number 10 is wait for the perfect opportunity, which means, okay, if you're gonna sell Key Comics, for example, if you guys have seen my sorry, I'm jittering. Hold on, let me relax for a bit. If you see my video, did my friend sell Amazing Spider-Man 361? That's my comic, and who knows, maybe by the time this video's up, I might get the comic. So what waiting for perfect opportunity means, wait for if there's gonna be a movie about a comic, or something like that, or if there's a first appearance of a character that's gonna be in a movie, wait for that to come out. And for people who buy comics, Key Comics, for you guys, get the comic before the movie. And I'll use Amazing Spider-Man 361 for example. I wanna get this comic before Venom 2 comes out, cause that's when Carnage comes out or makes his movie debut or something. So yeah, for comic book sellers, wait for the perfect opportunity to sell your comics, because once TV shows, movies come out, prices are gonna go up, man. And it's okay. So number 9 is sell storylines together. So for the Maximum Carnage story, sell the Maximum Carnage story together, because like I said, movie gonna be coming out next year. So if you sell the Maximum Carnage store altogether in a very decent price, for sure you'll get a lot of money. So number 8 is uh, grab bags, so or bag boards and stuff like that. Oh, grab bags. If you're lucky enough to get key comics in a grab bag, like garage sales or antique shops, that's cool. But um, but yeah, make sure you sell them in a grab bag, stuff like that. But bag board and stuff like that. No one wants like die-hard comic collector or fan doesn't really want uh, comic without a bagging board, and that's what I try to do when I sell my comics. And when I do sell my comics, is I always want to bag board them, because I don't want collectors to be like, oh, why is it raw? Was on a bagging board. I don't want to hear that. So what I do is I bag board my comics, and you know, I'll talk about it later. Uh, Separate the valuables. So yes, separate. If you have key comics and filters, separate the key comics with the uh, filters, because you don't want to be like, oh, here is Batman collection or a Spider-Man collection. You know, I'm going to give it to you for this much money, and they're going to think, well, why is it like? Let's say, for example, if let's use my example. So my friend that I mentioned numerous times, he has, uh, well, I want to buy the Amazing Spider-Man 361 solo from him, and the bundle is like gonna be separate. But yeah, if you have a bundle and it's like for, let's say, 170 or 200, people are gonna like, why is it a, if there's filters, why is it 200? You know what I mean? But then they're, and the seller or you is gonna say, oh, because there's a key comic in there. You know, it might irritate them, it might not. You know what I mean? I don't personally care, honestly. But if you want to be a good, like, comic book salesperson, separate the filter comics and then separate the valuable comics, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, number 6, give a proper description. If you want to be a good comic book salesman, give what you, you know, I guess what this is trying to say is, if you have certain comics, describe what issues you have or something like that. I don't know, give a proper description of what you're trying to sell. Number 5 is the obvious, take your own photos of what you're trying to sell. That's what I'm gonna do. That's basically what I'm gonna say. Number 4 is bagging board. Like I said before, number 8, always have a bagging board with you at all times, because like I said, people don't want, comic book collectors do not want, don't like when it's raw, when you sell a comic book raw or set raw, because for one thing, half of these comic book sellers or collectors don't even have their own bagging boards, so you might wanna double check on that. Like if you go, like for me, when I got my the last comic book hunting I went was at an antique shop. Half of those comics that I got, well, I got 3 comics, so one of them didn't have a board, but it had a bag, and that did irritate me. But then again, it won't irritate me because I have bagging boards, so I can't be like, oh, the antique shop didn't have a board, now I gotta buy my own. No, all I could do is just, hey, the antique shop doesn't have a board. Okay, I'll put a board. I'll put a board for it. I'll add a board. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like bummed out and stuff. Versus if I was to not have a bagging board and I bought the comics, then I'll be like, this dude doesn't have a board. Like, come on, really? You know what I mean? So I'll just literally buy a comic if I find it interesting in an antique store, and then with my bagging board I can just add a bagging board. So I'm not too bummed about it. That's why with myself, I said to myself, you know what, I'm gonna buy a bagging board before I go back to comic hunting, because I don't know if they're gonna have a bagging board, and if they do, then cool. And plus, you know, the last thing I really bought that didn't have a bagging board was on Amazon, and that person didn't have a bag or boards. I had to like put it into a bagging board, so stuff like that. So it's always good to be prepared. Anyways, number 3, know your condition. Now, I'm bad at grading. Like, I can only say, oh, this comic is a 7.0 or this comic is a 9.8. Like, from seeing the comic, I can't be like, oh yeah, that's guarantee a 9.8. Yeah, I guarantee that's guarantee a 7.0. You know, I can't be like that. You know, I'm really bad at that when it comes to conditions, and that's why I would have to have someone professionally or CGC to tell me about it. But anyways, number 2, price decrease. Like I said, movies will be. There's always gonna be movies, superhero movies, you know, for a while. And when movies come out, first appearances are gonna go up. So that's another thing. Watch for a price. Decrease your prices. Wait for, like I said, wait for a perfect opportunity. That good stuff. And number one is know where to go. Like, you know, like I said, Facebook marketing, eBay, Amazon. If you're gonna go to if you're gonna go somewhere in person, go to like an antique shop. Go to a comic book store, regardless if it's to sell or to buy. But this is mostly to if you want to sell your collection. That's what this video is about. So if you're trying to sell your collection, know where to go. Go talk to the right people. You know, don't go to just like a garage sale and be like, oh, this is wrong. This is a key comic, but this price is wrong. And for me, if I went to a garage sale, sorry about that. I should have got water before I did this. But yeah, know where to go. As far as selling comics, you can go to a comic book shop. That's my best offer. And like I said, if you know the prices of the comics, then you can go on Amazon, or you can go on Facebook Market and stuff like that. You can sell your collection there. But if you don't know your comics, then and you're trying to sell comics, the best thing I can give you guys, either research it or go to a comic book shop that they know that they can price it for you. And they'll give you the money it's worth for if you have key comics. But anyways, yeah, I'm sorry about this video. I'll make a better video. I'm just tired and stuff like that. But anyways, thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. I'll keep you updated on everything comic wise. So give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Alright.